person present as a high achiever?
In my experience, no. Students I've had in the past that tend to...
What's your favorite subject?
Favorite subject, probably AP Literature or AP World History.
Really?
Yes. Why?
Because I think I gave you my lowest score when you
did,
came in.
yeah.
Probably pretty off the mark.
Oh, there's a
Why not the
3.8 on there.
.0?
I just don't see necessarily a confidence level. I see a little bit of the slouching, the little bit of the avoidance of eye contact, a little bit of being quiet. I could totally be wrong by that look that you gave me, which is awesome.
You see...
Hey, so what's your name, sir?
Noah.
What math are you doing?
I'm in Algebra 2.
What have you learned? What's the last thing you learned in class this week?
I'm really paying attention.
All right, YouTube, we're watching teachers get students GPA. This is gonna be, I would feel disrespected because like I feel like the teacher is gonna do some of these kids wrong. But if you haven't already, join the Twitch at twitch.tv/Kashuhmill. We stream stuff that you don't see on YouTube. Join the family, join the community, and have a good time while we, stream these for you guys. So without further ado, let's get into the video and see how disrespectful these teachers can get. All right, let's see.
As a high achiever?
In my experience, no.
It's kind of hot in my house. Let me turn on the AC.
Hello.
I love being able to do this.
My name is
on my phone
Elaine,
like
and
that.
I am a high school English and theater teacher.
I teach AP Calculus, AP Physics.
I've been a substitute teacher for the last 5 years.
What was your GPA back in high school?
Oh, 2.5 maybe.
My GPA in high school was a 3.4.
My GPA in high school was
shit is
3.95 or something ridiculous
This is
like
my
that.
area,
Yeah, I know.
but it is
I
not
was
all.
a perfectionist for sure.
What's a clear sign someone is struggling in school?
Avoidance, eye avoidance, so they won't look at you. Slouching.
I had this the other day. I had a girl that when you meet her, she comes across as very, very smart. And when you start talking to her, she is not.
Today you're going to match
Damn.
GPA to high school student. Does that make you nervous at all?
Yes. It just makes me nervous because I'm judging students that I've never had in my class.
We're gonna hand you a clipboard with the numbers on it.
Okay. We've got everything from 1.5 up to a 4.0.
If you had to
here we
pick
go.
right now, who's your 1.5?
I'm going strong. Black man 4.0. Until proven wrong, black 4.0.
Oh God. I would guess the guy that looks like a skater. He looked like a skater, and the skaters I've known at my schools typically are not that interested in school.
Hey, so what's your name, sir?
Noah.
What math are you doing?
I'm in Algebra 2.
What have you learned? What's the last thing you learned in class this week?
I'm really paying attention.
Any subjects you're not a fan of?
Language arts. I don't like
Oh,
language
language arts, that's what I teach. Oh.
Do you
She
play
looked like a
sports?
language
I
arts
wrestle.
teacher. I'm not gonna cap.
Really? Because you don't, I mean, typically I would have thought of a wrestler a little more bulky. So,
What do you plan to do after?
I don't really. I would disagree. I feel like he's like the typical person for a wrestler. Like there are few like bigger wrestlers, but I feel like most wrestlers start off like him, especially in high school.
College.
I just want to be a teacher.
Okay.
if he's active in sports, he's got to do okay in grades, otherwise you get kicked off the team. I'm gonna say the 3.4.
You seem like a pretty average middle of the road kind of student. 2.4.
2.4. You don't stand out to me as necessarily a top tier student.
Does that make me dumb or unintelligent?
No, it doesn't. All it means is that your focus is not towards the academics, right? Like to be a teacher is to work with people, right? It's not to be an uber genius. And that's where something like wrestling, right? Very personal connection.
Yeah, it is. Hi, how are you?
Okay,
I'm good. How are
valid.
you?
Valid.
Good. You seem pretty confident. Do you feel like you are a little bit of a class clown?
I'm gonna say
perhaps?
he at 3.4.
I dabble.
You dabble in class clownery. Okay, nice.
Have you ever been caught cheating on a test?
Okay, so it was a weightlifting class. I wasn't aware there's a mirror behind me, so I was looking at notes, and I got a 0 on that test.
Deservedly so.
What's your favorite subject?
I really like my
I don't like teachers
woodworking
like that.
class
Like, what
right
you
now.
mean?
How did you get into woodworking?
One of my career goals is in manufacturing.
Do you have any interest in ever going to college?
No, I hate school, so I'm not gonna like college. So,
What do you hate
I don't
about high
think that
school?
should play.
like it's a
factor in
full-time
his
job,
GPA,
and I'm not
though.
getting paid.
Okay, I get that. Although, when you get to be in your 20s, 30s, things do come up where you go, I could learn how to do this new part of my job if I'd have done that part way back and built a foundation for my education.
Yeah,
because the
but
biggest thing
that's
education
but you don't
isn't to
have
teach
go
you facts, it's to
school
teach
for
you how to
that.
think and
Like,
problem
you,
solve.
you can. I don't feel like you have to go to school for that. You know, like let's say you have a job and there's something that if you learn, you can get paid more. You don't have to go to college for that. At that time, if you need to, you could go take a course on what you need to learn, take the test, whatever, and progress. Like, you don't need to have a college experience to be like, damn, I wish I learned this in college so I could apply. No, that's dumb. Like, electricians, I think if you could take a course on something electrician to be like an electrician or whatever and get paid as much. Like, you don't have to go to school in order to know stuff for certain jobs. Like, you could apply that whenever it's necessary to your life.
You got 2.
2.0. It just seems like your focus isn't more on the academics, but more on something that actually sounds really cool and really interesting.
Hello. You got a cute outfit on. It's all matching. Like
She
your
look
hair
like
is
she don't wanna
nice.
be there,
You
I'll be
take some
honest.
time to get ready in the morning before you go to school. Do you have any ideas of what you want to do after school?
I'm thinking pre-med right now.
Pre-med, exciting. Yeah, that's a lot of work.
What kind of medicine would you be interested in?
Surgery?
You'll have to get your nails cut for that.
Oh, probably, yeah.
What math are you in right now?
I'm taking Calc 2 and Intro to Stats right now.
Oh, nice. What's the integral of cosine?
Sine, yeah.
That you are correct.
I think just based on the fact that you're interested in pursuing pre-med, which is a very competitive field, I'm gonna give you 3.8.
3.8.
3.8.
Oh, there's a
Why not the
3.8 on there.
I just don't
Okay.
see necessarily a confidence level. I see a little bit of the slouching, the little bit of the avoidance of eye contact, a little bit of being quiet. I could totally be wrong by that look that you gave me, which is awesome.
You seem pretty relaxed, more alternative maybe.
Does this person present as a high achiever?
In my experience, no. Students I've had in the past that tend towards that style are a little more withdrawn or don't participate as much, or they just like feel like school is lame.
What's your favorite subject?
Favorite subject, probably AP Literature or AP World History.
Really?
Yes. Why?
Because I think I gave you my lowest score when
You
you
did,
came in.
yeah.
Probably pretty off the mark.
Do you have an idea of what you want to study yet?
Yeah, earlier the year I took pre-med.
So I'm guessing sciences, math, more your favorite classes.
No, I'd say my
Oh.
favorite class is probably my AP Lit class.
Nice, AP Lit. Okay, as an English teacher, that makes me happy to hear.
You don't come across as a
Dick
1.5 for sure. So I am going to give you my 4.
4.0. Pre-med, taking advanced classes, you're taking things seriously.
Okay.
Thank you.
Who's your favorite teacher? What do they teach?
I'd say my English teacher, Miss Hong, she teaches AP English.
Then who would you say is your worst?
Oh,
You don't have to say names, even though they're gonna know.
my 8th grade biology teacher.
Has that stopped you from taking science classes? now
He's
you're
a
in high school?
3.8. Watch.
Sorta, yeah. I'm not gonna lie.
What are you
Probably a
reading?
3.8.
We read The Great Gatsby a few
Nice.
months ago, but right now we're just practicing for the AP exam.
Okay, I have 1.5 and 2.0 left, and I don't think either of those are right. I'm gonna give you the 2.0. I would like to be able to give you the 3.4.
Who had the 3.4? I'm not gonna let you switch, but that's your 2.0, you think?
I would switch them, yeah.
Not a 4.0. One bad teacher can drop your motivation. 3.4. Now comes
This teacher, he
Yeah,
might be on
4.0.
something.
What are your extracurricular activities? What do you like to do?
I'm a SoundCloud rapper, actually.
Let's hear a rap.
You wouldn't want to hear those.
Maybe not. I know what my daughter listens to, and I don't like to listen to that either.
What's been the most challenging part about school for you?
My attendance, because I've like gotten sick a lot.
That's hard, and then when you come back, it's like trying to get caught up from
Yeah,
what you missed
and I
and do
just
the.
never, yeah.
It's hard. It's kind of a snowball effect. 1.5, just based on the challenges you said you've had to go through.
How do you think you did?
terribly.
Show of hands, who did Chris guess correctly?
Yay, 1! Oh,
Well, at least I got 1.
By default.
Come on up.
You gave me a 2.4,
Okay. What is your real GPA?
2.0.
Why was I off?
Kind of overestimated me. Because wrestling season's over, so I don't have to maintain a GPA anymore.
Oh, yeah.
how do your parents feel about your GPA?
They're not happy with
Yeah.
it at all. I get grounded.
Okay.
Do you feel like you're working at your best capabilities?
No, but I want to have a better GPA because I want to go to college and I want to do a lot of things in my future.
You can, you know. When my daughter was in high school, if you'd asked me if she was ever going to graduate from high school, I would have told you absolutely not, couldn't do it. Last year, I watched her walk across a college stage and get with her diploma up like this. She barely squeaked through high school, but she got to college and she blossomed. So I think you will.
Hello.
All
Wow,
right, I
W
got
teacher,
you right.
W.
My
You did
one
get me right.
correct answer.
But you were gonna switch it. You
I
said
know, I
gonna
was
do
going
it
to
too.
switch it. Oh.
I got the impression that you weren't really interested in schoolwork.
Yeah, well, I do the schoolwork. I don't particularly want to do it, but I just do it. Honestly, if it was a 1.5, I wouldn't care.
Yeah, don't stress yourself out about making it all perfect all the time. Just get it done.
Yeah.
What GPA did I give you?
You gave me a 3.8.
What is your GPA?
4.0.
4.0. Why do you think I didn't give you the 4.0?
Oh, your comment on my posture really stuck me.
Has maintaining this grade point average caused you a lot of stress or anxiety?
Well, in my freshman year, right before the final exam, I was really stressed. I had my first panic attack, and I'm
Yep.
just like very close to like keeping that 4.0 for this year, but I could ruin it also.
If you have it, there's this expectation that you have to keep it, and if you don't, it was all for nothing. When at the end of the day, it's just one piece of information about you, right?
W teachers, I like that
a
advice because a
4.0,
lot of
I
people
am the
do stress.
1.5.
I got it right the first time.
Is it stressing you out about like how it'll affect future plans?
I wouldn't say it affects me anymore because I already got into college.
Great. With the 1.5, how did you get into colleges? Because usually that wouldn't cut it.
I would assume it was the essay I wrote, just talking about my background.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for my test scores, I probably would have been, stranded.
For me, a 1.5 is either incapable of getting better grades, which you, to me, obviously are capable, or you just don't apply yourself. And I would guess you don't apply yourself.
You'd guess wrong.
Really?
Both times, yeah.
What have I got wrong?
The whole reason my GPA is where it's at is because during COVID, I struggled mentally. I was in and out of mental institutes, and I was never at school, never online for school, and so it dropped my GPA.
Are you happier now than you were 3 years ago? Do you feel like
Absolutely.
you're in a better place?
Absolutely, yeah.
Right. I totally understand. I totally feel your pain. You're not the only one that struggled.
I love
had
that,
students
like,
that,
he could
that
just,
fell
like,
into
break
to
the
some drug
narrative,
use
like,
and things
as you
that,
saw,
right,
everybody
to
said,
cope.
like, people that look like
And
him don't really success to anything, and, like,
COVID's hard.
he's a really smart
because
guy, and he's just, like, the
I'm
reason why
seeing
he
you
has a
through a
GPA
screen.
is not because he's not
It's like here,
applying
it's
himself, he's
personal.
just
Like if I
going
saw
through a
this,
hard
you
time,
you
and so,
can
like,
feel me.
it's just cool to
Definitely,
see.
if you need any help or anything, right, with school or whatever. I know I'm not your teacher. Don't even know where you go to school. But after this, like, feel free. You know, you can get my number. I can help any of you guys if you need support. And so, you know, I apologize that it hit me so much, but thank you. All right.
What did I give you?
A 2.0,
And what's your actual GPA?
3.8.
Yeah, I knew I was wrong
Yes,
once we started talking, but the
hey, what's
options
the
were getting
4.0 but a
limited.
Do you get a
3.8?
GPA because it's just that's what you get, or do you have to work hard at it?
I've worked hard, you know.
And what motivates you?
My mom, really, she's like my number one support system, just in general, not even just school, just life.
Your biggest fan?
Yeah.
Well, I'll go home and give her a hug because I wish I could go home and give my mom a hug.
So I gave you a 4.0. What is your real GPA?
I have a 2.4.
Are you happy with your GPA? Do you feel like it is a good reflection of your abilities?
I mean, I'm not happy with it, but I don't think it shows like how smart I am.
Totally.
Because I've just never been good at school. It's just not my thing. I don't do my work. I don't pay attention in class. I don't show up to class, to be honest.
Yeah. How do you think your GPA might affect what you want to do in the future?
I never thought I wanted to go to college until last year. Everybody started talking about going to college, and I was like, maybe I should go to college. But then I got rejected from everywhere.
Okay.
So
What's your favorite subject?
my broadcasting media class, it's like our school news. I always get good grades in that. I've gotten A's like every year.
I never did
You're
that.
entirely
I know
capable
in
of
middle
doing
school,
whatever you
like
want.
people used to be on the
Broadcasting?
news, and I low key wanted to do it, but I never like.
How was that
knew where
experience
to go
for
to
you?
do that? And plus, I was
It's
always in trouble
cathartic
at
because I didn't think I would have the talk about the COVID and its effect. I didn't realize that would affect me.
At the end of the day, it's a number that does not define or limit somebody's ability to succeed or to know what they want in life or to have skills. It's just one box that our society tries to put people in, and some people find it easy to fit in that box and some people don't, and that's the way it goes sometimes.
I'm Mark. Nice to meet you.
Hey, you're not wrong. You're not wrong. W video. Man, I love when people break the narrative. I love it. Round of applause. All right. What's good, YouTube? We're watching Reject Yourself from a Bad Date by, the one and only Button. The one and only Cut. If you haven't already, tune into the Twitch at twitch.tv.